And he said, well, I've been calling the engine, but George Ebels, the guy who got drunk, is running in. He's in charge of the engine room at this time. And I keep calling for the other engine, and he doesn't turn it on. Well, they finally got in. But all right, before they got in, I was talking to an agent, um, governmental agent at San Diego Dock, and I said, I told the guys that they could each bring in 5 5/5 of booze, and which was the limit that I had known of. And he said, "Well, you're wrong because that's a private yacht. Private yachts cannot bring any booze into the United States. If you're on a public carrier, you can, but not a private yacht." So I got on the radio and called them up and I said, "Hey guys, I was wrong. You can't bring any booze into the country. Make sure that none of it's found when you get in there. I don't care what you do with it or anything, that it must not be found when you arrive." So when they got there, um, I went to George and I said, "George, why didn't you turn on the engine when we needed you to get here quick?" He said, "Well, when you told me I couldn't bring any booze in, I stuck all of my booze into the manifold of that second engine. And I wasn't about to turn and have all my booze go up in that engine." So then I found out that since he was from Florida, that he was the only one who was legally able to take his booze through California and back to Florida. It's just the people staying in California could bring it in. Um, so he did that. We had a lot of television. It was a big, big deal when we brought the Potomac into San Diego. And for several days, it was important. And then we left the boat in San Diego for a while, and I went home and prepared for it to come. And we decided we couldn't get it into Newport Beach. The harbor was too shallow. So we decided to go to Long Beach, and which we did. We're at the 12 o'clock. I have to take my pill at 12 o'clock. So um, uh, we went to San Diego with the crew still aboard. Well, we decided to send 3 of the guys home immediately and kept the other 3, I think. That's what we had aboard. I got pictures of the crew and us on the boat. You can come take a look at. We're usually only half dressed. It was hot down there. We're going through the Panama Canal. Um, anyway, so I sent the 3 guys home. A couple of days later, I get a letter from the immigration department that I have illegally sent 2 foreigners home without going it through customs or immigration with a $5,000 fine. So I was sick. I went, I went down to the agency there and I long chat with him, told him what we'd been through. The guy took pity on me and waived the fine. So then we decided we would try to fix up the boat as a museum. And Jimmy Roosevelt, the president's son, was living in Newport Beach. And he had a chair that he had taken off a fella years before. And he said, "I'll give you that chair back that you put on the boat." And we tried to make it as much like it was originally.